Okay, hello everybody. Let's get this shit show on the road. Why is it playing again? Where is it playing again? Oh, it's here. Let's get this shit show on the road, baby. Okay. I guess we're talking to Zonia today on Chud's stream. I don't really know what she wants to talk about. I know I was planning on talking to her about cyberbullying. I'm guessing that's what she wants to talk about. I'm guessing that she wants to bully me. Let's go. Okay, where do I join? Green room. Okay. And
so Zonia's running late, but I called
okay.
you in. I know you're just starting your stream.
Yeah.
How many viewers have you got?
I got a whopping 3 viewers. It's going strong.
I think I referred to you as having 2 viewers the other day, so that's actually an increase of anything.
Yeah, well, the other day I had 26 and I just started, so.
Ooh!
Actually, I had 28. But the thing about streaming on YouTube is it's not as many concurrent as it is on Twitch. It's more people watching the VODs.
Okay. But of course, I'm sure you'd agree, having good concurrent viewers gets you more super chats, right?
Yeah, more money. Yeah. But
you know what they say though, more money, more problems.
Super chats tend to be bigger on YouTube though.
Yeah, there's a lot of generosity flying about. I mean, especially if you know, like what percentage of the audience would you say are like Mr. Girls people?
Oh, not enough. Maybe like, not enough.
He's got very generous backers, hasn't he?
I don't know. Not really, honestly. I think he's like making nothing now.
Just from insider insight, do you? Interesting.
No, it's just like he stopped super chats. He let me get you up on my stream. Yeah, he stopped doing super chats. He turned that feature off on his website.
What was his reasoning for that?
It's too exploitative. It's not too exploitative for me.
But in what way is it exploitative?
Of like parasocial attachment and shit like that.
Every single cent that you get from a viewer is because of parasocial attachment in some way or another.
Well, he still does Patreon only streams. So, and he admitted it. So he still has monetizing it.
Yeah, that seems like
nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. We can't all.
Well, no, listen. I feel like I'm making you answer for Mr. Guy. I don't really want you to do that. I'm just interested in inquiring a bit because I know that obviously.
I think he should turn the shit back on, super chats back on, but he's on a mission.
Because the thing is, you know, I appreciate your. But basically, what I wanted to say is like, you know, to criticize parasocial, like if you got a problem with parasocial financial aspects, you probably can't be a content creator because every single cent you get is motivated by some level of parasocial attachment.
Yeah, especially streaming in particular.
Yeah, because fundamentally, people support you because they're like, I like this guy and I want to see him do well and continue to make content, right? I don't think it's ever purely just a content thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well. How was your airport trip yesterday? Good?
Good. My girlfriend's here right now. I'm in chill mode. I'm ready for that chill mode to be interrupted. And then I'm gonna have to get a lot of TLC, and then we're gonna go back to chill mode.
What do you? What does your girlfriend think of your little?
She loves it. She's very supportive. My little dick.
Why? Okay, can we look? We don't need to bring awkward sexualization into this. It doesn't need to be a Mr. Girl moment, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
You sound like Mr. Girl. He does the same thing when I make awkward sexual jokes. He tells me to stop. So you're saying the same fucking thing as him.
So now I'm the Mr. Girl.
Yeah, now you're the Mr. Girl. And when I was talking to Wick said that he was the Mr. Girl. And like another time, all these older men are trying to be my dad.
Well, yeah, I mean, I kind of look back at some of the footage from yesterday, and I do think I definitely had a paternal tone at points. I think in some ways I do imagine what would I do if my son was doing what you're doing, and I would be very disapproving and I'd shake my head the entire time, I'd imagine. But you've got to find your own way, haven't you?
Yeah, that's why you're not my dad. That's why I'm gonna that's why I'm Smeth and you're Chud. I don't know, man. I don't know what Zonia is gonna talk about. I don't know what I know I wanted to talk to her about cyberbullying in general.
Well, look, in these conversations, unless there's something funny that I can say, I try to not, I don't want it to be like just me and Zonia against you. And I might have some different opinions anyway. Zonia can be quite vicious sometimes, I would say.
Yeah, I think she's saying that I'm bullying her by saying that she scares me. I think that's to her credit. I think that's the thing that she wants to put out there is like she is intimidating. She can be vicious, but that's what she wants.
Speaking of which, Zonia has appeared.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hang on 1 second here. I will be on camera in a moment.
Okay.
Sorry, I've been a little late because I've been dealing with a lot of medical stuff. So I'm spending a lot of time answering calls from doctors and sending them info and stuff like that.
Yeah, is that doing better though? Are you able to? You said that the other time on the other stream you didn't want to join because you might like hurt your throat or something.
Not my throat. No, I'm just having. It's not getting better. But basically, I've been dealing with a lot of vertigo, and it's caused me to like go into spells of vomiting and such, and that really takes a lot of energy out of me and leaves me with a bunch of really sore muscles. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. My neurologist, I'm finally getting back in touch with him, and we're starting to get back on track of trying to rule out various things. But like the most obvious answer is that it's the cysts in my head that are causing the issue. But because of the fact that there's not really an easy way to address cysts that are in your head, they obviously want to try and rule out as much as they can before they finally say, okay, yeah, we need to deal with this thing. So I've got like this big 3.3 centimeter cyst back here, like inside my skull, that is right up against the auditory complex or cortex.
Jesus.
Yeah, it sounds awful. Well, is that
I've known about it since.
Is that a long-term thing?
Yeah, obviously. But because it's only gotten bigger since we discovered it, and I've known about it since 2016. But like the issues that I was having back then were just infrequent. It was like maybe 3 times a year or so. But for the past month, it's been getting just constant. Like every single day, I can't hear in this ear, and I'm going through these vertigo spells like 1 or 2 times a day, and when they get really severe, I end up vomiting. And sometimes, like the worst one I had was about a week ago. I was vomiting for 2 hours straight, and it took me quite a few days to recover from that because of just all the strain on my body from it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, glad to see that you're here. Thanks for coming by. Now,
Yes.
you said you wanted to speak to Smeth about something. I talked to him yesterday. What's going on? Zonia, explain what's going on.
Okay, so let me see what I said to you, just because I know there's one specific thing I wanted to clear up, but then in addition to that, it's just in general talk about the situation. So, oh yeah, I said to you, he basically says, okay, so my point in calling you a bully is because you call me a bully for specific things that I do that I observe that exact same behavior in you. And now technically I wouldn't agree that it's bullying. I don't think that what you've described and what you see in me is bullying. And I technically wouldn't say that you're a bully for doing the same things that I do. But you criticize me for the same things that you do, and if you think those things are bullying, well, then you have to admit that you too are also a bully.
Here's something that I've criticized you for. The time that you mentioned in the fucking shit Twitter festo, whatever. You can, and if you're gonna criticize me, Chud, for going on these rants on Twitter or whatever, Zonia was quite pretty much most of the same amount of time I was spending on Twitter being a moron she was. So why don't you give her the same fucking criticism? But anyway, one of the things you mentioned was when I went into your chat, because I was watching you stream, and you mentioned you think that I don't want to go into a bunch of lav shit, but you said the only people that can responsibly cover lav are you, Chud, and Sick. And those are the three people that fucking hate her the most. And I'm like, that's so fucking. If you said that in all earnesty, and I'm like, that's so. If you're either a liar or you're completely out of your mind if you think that.
I think we can both be antagonistic toward her, and I can still be truthful about this, right? Which is that I think that we're the only ones armed with enough information, and it was about responsibly platforming her. I think we're the only ones armed with enough information to be able to catch her, and even we will miss it when we have her on, where she will still spin lies that we're not prepared to push back on. Right. So, but we at least are armed with enough of the information to be able to push back on a lot of this stuff and say, hold on one second. You said something entirely different before. You're contradicting your statement now. How is this even holding up with the current allegations that you've got? So that's my statement.
But surely Smith is capable. He's a very smart, aspiring content creator that's going to go far. Surely he's in a position where he could figure this out. No?
No, I don't want to fucking I don't want to go into this forever because you guys are just gonna because I know you guys probably agree.
Well, no.
But I think the
most of the
things,
is correct.
Like
right?
going back into no, I don't think your statement is correct. I think like holding someone to shit that they said when they just because she flip-flops her opinion all the time, doesn't fucking mean shit. Just because she says different things in different contexts, she says different things when she's one against 5 people in a fucking stream. But in these contexts, we got you to say this in this context, so fuck you. You have to be held to that fucking standard. That's literally. I mean, I would even define that as being a bully. So,
but the core point still stands.
You're the only ones who can bully her good enough to be responsible.
We're the 3 people armed with enough information to be able to bully her in a lot of these things.
Bully her. That's how I would define it. Let's move on.
Hold on. So you think bullying is a very, very broad thing, right? In general, it's like critique is bullying, right?
No.
Okay, well then,
no.
We're not talking about bullying then. So
no.
What I was saying,
I said it's not a broad thing. So what do you think I'm talking about?
So you're saying that me arguing that only Chud and Sick and I are armed with enough information to be able to push back, that is critique.
Yeah, this is your definition. This is your definition. I just explained to you how I disagree with that, and I frame it entirely differently. So let's move on. You're reasserting what you think, and I know we disagree. So let's fucking move on. You're not going to convince me
unless you want me to really tear into you. So dial it down for just a minute. I know you're not really happy with me tearing into you, so dial it down a bit. So then your definition of bullying is extraordinarily broad. So you either need to really clarify what you think bullying is, because what you need to do is you need to crystallize a definition of it and then say, Zonia, you do this thing, here are these examples.
Okay, just because so what happened was we had a disagreement with what your actual behavior was that I was calling bullying, and then because we had a disagreement on the facts of the matter, which is unresolvable, now you're saying that my definition is broad, which is just a dismissal but with no reason. That my definition of bullying is not broad. Here's an example of bullying.
Okay, go ahead.
an example of bullying. So Chud made a tweet about Katie. I think minor bullying, but it's like I said earlier, it's like fine.
Sorry, what was the tweet exactly? This you were saying is bullying.
Something about her hair. I can fucking try to fucking find it.
Can you just bring it up and maybe show it to the camera, just so everyone knows exactly what we're talking about?
Yeah. Okay, fine. Chud, logic. What your
irrational Chad?
Logic. Yeah.
Irrational Chad, my producer. God, I'm trying to think about what this might be. Jesus.
Oh, it's not. Oh yeah. Loving the new hairdo, Katie, and it's like it's not a great picture of her. That's all.
What? Wait, hang on a sec.
That doesn't look like a bad picture. What are you talking about?
What do you mean it's a bad picture? What do you mean? I think her hair looks great.
Yeah. Well, hold on. In that particular picture,
fuck you.
Well, I don't know. Maybe DM it to me because it doesn't look that bad, at least over the.
No, okay. You guys are not gonna fucking. You guys are not gonna gas me out of this. It was obviously meant to be a joke. Okay.
So you think that's a form of bullying? Why do you think it's a form of bullying?
It's minor bullying, okay? Because it's like publicly, like taking it's a public insult on her personal appearance, like for no reason, uninstigated, like just so yeah, that's
well, are you sure it's uninstigated?
Is it uninstigated? Can I just read what you said about me? Let me read what you said about me. You give me your take.
Okay, well, it has nothing to do with that then, right?
Okay, listen, I'm going to take a back step after this, but I just want to read the tweet, just so everyone knows where we stand. So Katie said, just watch Chud Logic having a weak day at work being racist and a toxic person, so to make up a bunch of weird shit about me getting a haircut. Dude, seriously, I appreciate you taking a minute from shitting on the blacks and the leftoids, but it's still sad, Lamau.
Okay. So she was talking about, she said that because you were talking about her on your stream, though.
He really didn't have much negative things to say about her on the stream, other than, the portion that I cut was only brief, I guess, but I didn't see you insulting her.
Okay, this is absolutely okay. So this is back and forth. Okay, it's not that really big of a deal.
So what makes it bullying?
Okay, my example is now when you jump in. Okay, so these two are having a back and forth. They're riffing on each other. I would argue it's in favor of Chud because he's got way more fucking viewers, so it makes her look worse. But it's not that bad. Zonia now jumps in and says, I guess he could infantilize black people like you. That's what a proper white savior leftist does, right? You literally blamed your viewers for cutting all your hair off live stream. That's not getting a haircut. That's just mental illness. So you have nothing to do with this. You just insert yourself in the drama like always, and just dogpile and shit on people. And I think if that's not bullying, I think your cyst in your brain is getting a little bit too big.
Okay, so your critique, by the way, I don't appreciate your bullying, but your critique is that you don't want me to get involved in doing drama commentary anymore. That's a valid critique.
Drama commentary at the expense of somebody.
That's all drama commentary. But so that's your critique, and you think that the fact that I engage in drama commentary, that is bullying, and that you don't do that same form of bullying. I mean,
disagree. I just bullied you. I just bullied you.
I think you do the exact same form of bullying. I think
I don't do that. I don't just insert myself.
Yes,
in
you do.
That.
You absolutely do. That's what you did in my stream.
Yes,
you did that in my very stream chat.
I'm prepared to answer. I'm prepared to answer.
That's exactly what you did.
Okay, no, I didn't go to your stream to shit talk you about random shit.
That was how you started out.
Okay, so first of all, a second ago, you defined what I did as criticism, and I would agree. It was angry criticism, but I directly was responding to the retarded.
You called me a fucking liar.
Yes,
you called me a fucking liar. You said I was a piece of shit. How is that critique? How is that criticism?
Okay, I called you a fucking liar, piece of shit. Those are ad homs that were attached to criticism because I'm an angry piece of shit person. But that doesn't, just because when I'm giving criticism and I'm an angry, sensitive little retard. Everybody knows how fucking sensitive and fragile Smeth is. So sometimes I get but that doesn't mean I go to you and just start this is what you would have done. You would have, rather than actually engaging with the thing that you have a disagreement, you would have just started spatting out extra shit that has nothing to do with it just to make me look bad, which is not what I did.
Huh? What are you?
So here,
what is that amendment at the end?
You're just bringing extra shit up to make Katie look bad in this context, just piling it on for no fucking reason.
This is part of the current discourse around Katie.
Okay, well, why are you doing it? Like, I don't understand.
Because
so, like,
she's going around accusing everybody else of being anti-black.
Okay, yeah, so she's got a point to make. Like you can disagree with her.
Not really a point. It's just a claim that
if
she
you have a
made. She never
disagreement, if you have a
substantiates it.
disagreement with her, why don't you fucking talk about the actual subject rather than trying to like address her? Just talk about talk shit and address her character.
Right in there. I did right in there.
Yeah, your way of engaging is shit talking and trying to defame people.
I just did the photo thing because it was funny. So I don't know. Maybe Zonia's got a more serious point to make than me, though. I don't know.
Yeah, so I literally pushed back right there and said, so you want him to just, maybe he should infantilize black people the way you do, right? So that was the initial critique, right? After that, the pushback was on her claims, right? So she claims that she was cutting her hair for herself. But in her own VOD, she openly admits that she got tired of all the people coming into her chat and asking her why it is that she did her hair that way.
Why do you fucking care? Okay, so here's the thing. Why do you fucking care about why she cut her hair? Why is it important to make
because she's a public figure making stances on these very things and then turning it into, this is misogyny. This is the way that people treat women in this space, right? Turning it into a political point. Therefore, it comes to me where I'm like, okay, what the fuck? What is up with this shit? Where you're a fucking hypocrite and you're lying and making shit up about the reasons for your doing this so you can turn it into a political point. So obviously I'm going to have some clapbacks to do. And sure, in some cases, I'm going to be a little aggressive sometimes. I think I was pretty tame in that one. I did at the very end saying that's not, quote, getting a haircut. That's mental illness, because I think it is pretty indicative of mental illness to go on a stream and suddenly just start cutting all your hair off. And then at the end of it, say the reason why you did it was because you were tired of people coming into your chat and asking you questions.
I think the entire point you're making, not just the end, was to say that she was mentally ill, because without that, there's nothing else behind anything you were saying. So you're just saying she's
racist.
You're saying the reason that you got a haircut isn't actually the reason you did it. It's just because you're mentally ill, and fuck you. And so why don't you actually like address what she's saying about like racism, about like the way people are talking? Because I don't agree with her takes on racism either, but I don't try to fucking call her fucking mentally ill and shit.
I would have had a back and forth with her on it, but she blocked me right after that.
Well, then then why are you still doing this with her? Like, so clearly,
my current thread is quite the critique. If you take a look at it, my current thread on Twitter in response to her blocking me actually has a very detailed critique. But yeah, I don't know. So Smeth, are you saying that basically public figures, streamers who are extraordinarily opinionated, who make a lot of claims about other people and their beliefs and values, are you saying that they should have just wholesale protection from any kind of pushback like that? Any people getting pissed off, people finally calling them on their shit, calling them hypocrites, pointing out the double standards and shit? You think that people should just get a free pass from that and be able to say and make claims about whoever they want without any of that pushback, without even the little hyperbolic
snipes? This is taking a while. This is fucking taking a while. How long can you continue saying the same thing for a little bit longer?
Sure. So what you're saying is everybody should be as fucking retarded and soy insensitive as you.
Continue.
Everybody should have a little bubble to protect them.
You're still not saying
from
anything
all the
different.
Stupid shit that they say to people.
This is why you piss me off.
But you're not paying attention.
You like to say
because
one
you're
thing.
Too fucking
you like to say one thing,
developmentally
and then
degenerate to actually pick up on what it is I'm saying.
So why don't you stop and listen for a second? I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Like you've been saying it for fucking 5 minutes now.
Okay, Smith. So you want
do you want me to respond to you, or do you just want to fucking go on the soapbox? Because I can leave. I can go get my pillow and pop it up, put my hat on it, and you can talk to that if you want.
All right, Smith. So you want everybody protected in their little bubbles, correct?
No. This
yes,
is
you do.
So no.
Don't fucking lie.
Okay,
Admit
so you can go on a rant telling me
because this is the shit that you go off on me on for.
You can go on a rant.
Your girlfriend, Lav. Okay, so that's you come to me and you say you're being a bully to her when I just critique her.
No,
that's what you say.
Yeah,
you want her protected, and you have openly stated that just because she bullies
if you're going to talk to me, if you're going to talk to me, I'm going to expect you. Okay, if you're going to talk to me, I'm going to expect to be okay. If you want to have a conversation with yourself and you want to talk to me,
you're the one who started this shit by saying that I was going on at length.
Shut the fuck up for 1 fucking second.
It was a very crystallized point, you fucking retard.
Make her fucking shut
Nope,
up.
there's not going to be any moderation in this one, you fucking retard.
Okay, well, I'll leave. I'll leave. I'll leave.
Sort of spin out a bit.
I'll leave.
Go ahead and leave.
Oh,
Go ahead
okay,
and
so
leave.
I wanna-
fucking pussy. Run away, you fucking pussy.
So what is
happening?
what is happening here?
Run away, you fucking
We're only been here
pussy.
20
Yes.
minutes.
Go
So
on.
what is-
Go in
So
your
if-
little protected
If
bubble
you want,
and
if you
hide,
want- okay.
where you don't have to deal with any critique.
So you have just told me you've listed out a bunch of bullshit like things that I don't agree. Oh, why the fuck is someone else in here? I'm gonna leave. DK, a Donkey Kong. Okay. You've just listed out a bunch of things that you made a bunch of claims about me, and now you're telling me that those are true. Like, and then you claim after claim after claim after claim. You expect me to fucking
Go for it. Answer
Okay.
them.
No, I don't fucking think people should be in a bubble, which is something you said probably 30 times now. And no, I don't
Hyperbolic
think people.
much?
I don't think people should be protected. I think that people should not be fucking harassed and bullied. And I don't think you should follow people around just to like suck content out of them. Like fucking Katie blocks you, and you're like, because you haven't like. I'm gonna just keep because people love it when I talk shit about you. So I'm just gonna keep fucking following you around wherever you go, and I'm gonna keep like looking at everything you do. No, like fuck that. Just fucking stop. Like
She's
there
a
are people-
commentator. She's
So?
a public commentator making critiques about people in this space and about making claims about them. Of course, yes, I'm going to comment. What do you
Okay.
think I do with my streams?
comment on the shit that she's like. So if comment on the content of her like words and not like on of making defamation and fucking personal attacks constantly. Like you can do it a little.
So you agree
it's
with
fine.
what I stated then?
If what you stated was what I said, then I agree with it. I don't think that you do.
You just looked at the tweet. So
What tweet? The one with what?
the one where I said that So Chud should infantilize black people like she does.
This is the thing. You're not engaging with her on a critical level. You're making like personal attacks.
No, that was not a personal attack. That was an actual example of her behavior. This is something everybody's been talking about. We've
Where
been
is the
critiquing her
example?
on.
I'm gonna fucking look at this again.
So yeah, I think I see what the issue is here. So obviously,
I think
Smeth-
it does want people protected from the backlash of the shit that they say.
No,
There's-
I want people. I'm gonna leave.
I disagree.
Goodbye.
I think that is,
All right, that was not productive. I'm not enjoying that. Maybe I will have another chat with Zonia another time. That right now is not gonna be it. Okay, Chud says it's not gonna happen again. Okay. Green room. It's taken him a while.
welcome back, Smith.
Smith, I'm sorry about that. DK got a bit overzealous in the applause.
Yeah,
there.
he's like the
Please.
number one chatter. I guess he's invited in to make fucking clapping noises.
No, he's not invited in to do anything. I never asked him to come in. He's doing it himself.
Well,
He's a goddamn admin of the server.
Okay, right. Let's continue. Come on.
okay.
So-
I think that people, you've said enough. I think that people should be protected from like constant like hate and like personal attacks, characterizations in general. Like you when people are making political commentary, especially like Katie, she's not doing all this fucking. Like you're making everything personal when she's making like critical claims about like political positions, and you're turning it into a personal like shit
Hold on.
flinging.
She got personal with Chud Logic, saying shitting on blacks and stuff like that, right? That's where it started, with her getting personal with Chud. I went and said, okay, so you want Chud to be like you and infantilize black people, right? That's my pushback on her.
That part's fine. That part's fine.
Yeah, and it's based off of her statement that
But
she's
that part
saying
is fine.
that she cut her hair for herself when she
Sorry, bring your-
openly
Smith, bring
admitted
your
on
camera back.
stream.
We need your camera. Sorry, camera, Smith. Bring your camera
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
Come on.
here you go.
Thank you.
Oh fuck! There's
sorry.
fucking Christ.
So-
I have to fix this again.
And that came off the back of her defending her cutting her hair on stream as doing it just because she wanted to, when she openly admitted on her own stream that she was doing it because she was tired of all the people coming into chat commenting on her hair.
I think I've decided what I think the problem is that I have. I don't like this whole like hypocrite bullshit. I think people can change their minds, and I think that people can have like opinions. And if you're a politician, you can't like change your mind and shit. But I think that rather than like going back and saying, well, you said this and you said this, I think actually engaging, because what you're doing is literally the definition
Smith,
of bad faith.
You and I 100% agree on this, but it doesn't.
What you're doing is literally what you were doing is literally the. What you were doing is literally the definition of bad faith, when you constantly take everything everybody says and says, no, actually, you don't actually even think that you're a hypocrite every single fucking time. And that's the only way you ever fucking engage. You make everything personal in the exact same fucking way every fucking time. You did it with me when you're saying, no, actually, you're also a bully. You're turning every single like political or critical claim into a personal attack in the other direction. Some people would refer to this
you don't
as
like
darvoing.
people being held accountable.
No, I don't like darvoing.
Positions and their beliefs. So I don't even think you know what darvoing is.
Deny, attack, reverse on offender.
Don't just say what the acronym is. Say Zonia. Okay. This is the darvoing that you do. Example 1, example 2.
So what you do is you deny, then you make a personal attack, and then you reverse the claim on the offender. That's what you do every time. That's the only fucking thing you do. It's like you're Mrs. Darvo.
All right. So hypocrisy. You are correct. Hypocrisy is something that we should.
Are you going to engage with that, or are you going to?
I am actually. I'm engaging with it right now. So hypocrisy. You're correct. It is not something that we should be like obsessed over and call everybody on their hypocrisy. Hypocrisy only matters in really one of two primary scenarios, right? One would be that you're hiding underlying biases that cause you to be hypocritical in your position. Like an example of this actually is Katie's statement that that Jordan B. Peterson doesn't want women on the front lines because he's misogynist and wants to prevent women from engaging in certain areas of work that he feels should be men's only work. Right. And that's where hypocrisy matters, because Jordan Peterson claims, well, no, it's because what the end result of what happens to women on the front lines is more egregious and more torturous than what happens to men. And so we don't want that to happen to anybody, but especially not, to 50% of the population. So we don't want them on the front lines. We don't want to ask them to sign up for that kind of stuff.
So you're saying she's wrong.
And so what her statement is that it's misogynist because he normally would be like, no, we shouldn't be trying to gate everything on guaranteeing equal outcomes for everybody. And so that's actually in my critique of her with Tom, is that's a whole reason. It's a valid reason to focus on hypocrisy. And because what he is doing is he is covering for and hiding internal biases that he has against women. That is a valid critique of hypocrisy. Another valid critique of hypocrisy is when you go and you do something and then you stand up as a moral authority and accuse all sorts of other people of doing that thing and saying, therefore, you are condemned either by like some dismissive label. You're a bigot. You're anti-black. You're racist. You're transphobic. You're ableist.
So you don't think a racist can call someone racist and still be right?
When you're actually condemning them with that label to dismiss them, yes, I think that is a double standard at that point.
Because that's not the question I asked. I said, do you think a racist cannot call another racist a racist and still be right?
No, obviously not. But that doesn't matter.
They can. And it does. So what you said means nothing.
You're distracting from the point, Smith, because you're realizing that I'm actually correct here.
You just talk forever.
You're distracting from forever.
No, I'm sorry. You just talk forever. You're not going to let me talk. I'm going to
realize that I'm correct.
I'm going to leave, Chud. She's not going to let me talk. I'm going to leave.
You fucking pussy.
Okay, you're not going to let me talk. You're not going to let me talk. And I'm going to leave.
Let Smith have a response, okay? Jesus, come on.
Why is this camera off again?
It's not.
It's on.
Oh, and let me refresh this thing.
So so a racist can call another racist a racist and still be right. It doesn't matter if you're like, so if racist calls you racist, we're like, well, you're racist, so fuck you. It means you're wrong. No, it actually just means you're also racist. So I mean, like, it doesn't really change anything.
I agree. You're really not saying 100%. So you're really not. I agree with you.
So when you do that,
I don't agree when you use it to obfuscate your own fucking racism,
when you do that, you're not actually engaging.
Call that hypocrisy.
Do you want us to just talk over each other the entire time? So when you do that, you're not actually engaging with what they're saying whatsoever.
Nobody can hear you, Smith, because your mic cuts out the whole time.
So when you do that, you're not actually engaging with what they're saying at all. You're just trying to dismiss them. You're not actually. You have nothing to say on the topic whatsoever. You're just being dismissive.
That's not actually true.
Yeah, it is actually true.
No,
it's literally true.
And thank you for validating my point. Yes, when somebody tries to use an attack on or it's pointing out someone else's racism as a way to hide and obscure their own racism and make them seem like a moral authority, yes, it is very appropriate to call out that hypocrisy.
Yes. Okay, you say you're also racist.
What?
So you can say you're also racist.
I'm sorry. What the fuck is this? Why are you changing the topic?
No, I'm not. So if I'm a bully, so you're saying that I'm a bully by my own definition, right?
Yes.
Okay. So even if that's right, that doesn't mean that you're not a bully. And you're way worse by my definition, you're way worse. You're like magnitudes worse of a bully than I am by my definition.
I am so confused right now. Where did we went in a weird direction?
I know, because when I talk, you're not actually listening.
What's being said. I think I can clarify what's being said, right? So I think the point is, just because someone is racist doesn't mean that it's incorrect if they call someone else a racist. Mm-hmm. You can both just be racist. What Smith is saying is that just because even if I am indeed a bully by my own definition, you could still also be a bully. And Smith is saying, but you're a far worse bully. And I guess he's got a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the reason that
I was trying to say earlier, like, she just spouts off all this extra shit and like never lets anybody fucking talk. But what I was trying to say earlier is, like, I went into her stream and I said that the thing that she said makes no fucking sense. The specific thing that she said was being that the only people that can cover a lab are the people that hate her the most. That makes no sense to me. That's platforming. Like, that is the thing I talked about, and I used ad homs, but that doesn't mean I was making character assassinations. I'm just saying you're a retard. You're obviously literally not retarded. That's just like an ad hom. It means nothing. I'm like, when I get pissed and I just spew ad homs like a retard.
Yeah, you came into my chat to talk some shit at me, right?
Yeah.
So I don't even do that to you. When I go into your chat, I'm actually very cordial, and your chat hates me. They dogpiled me when I went in there at one point.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Yeah, that did happen. So just because you don't pay attention to it doesn't mean that it isn't happening. Now, I've been very cordial with you, but you come into my chat and then you shit talk me.
Well, I was cordial with you before that, and then I just shit talked you on that one thing you said because it pissed me off. And I understand. I understand I'm an angry person that gets pissed off, but I don't think that's bullying.
You've shown up in my replies several times.
When?
Not even since then.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You shit talk me on Twitter, dude.
I don't know what the fuck. If this is like, if this ever happened as fucking one, like, I'm sure I disagreed with you on one fucking time, but this is not.
Let's talk about the
show
Mr.
some fucking
Gold,
receipts and we can talk about it.
Let's talk about the Mr. Gold love panel. Who started that shit? You're the one who told me, shut the fuck up, you fucking retard. You're the one who went off on me, escalating that whole thing. So I finally decided to go ahead and match your tone and go after you.
Yeah, but like shut your fucking mouth, you fucking retard. Like, it's just ad homs. I'm not actually making like actual like substantial. Like, the only substantive like claim I was making there is you're either lying or you don't understand.
So what you're saying is just because you don't know how to actually levy a critique along with an insult, that it's not bullying.
No, what you do is you actually like take other information and try to make defamatory claims about people to destroy their character rather than addressing their actual. Yes, you critique people as a person rather than addressing the actual things they intellectually have to say, because you're a bully. Yes. That's what bullying is. That is my definition of bullying, and that's not something I do. That's something you do.
Because sometimes the character of a person.
DK, clap, because she's fucking utterly destroyed.
Because sometimes the character of a person is toxic and hostile and has
you're toxic and hostile.
Behavior. and has a demonstrated pattern of behavior. So
you have a pattern of behavior of being toxic and hostile.
That is a fair thing.
Thank you, DK.
Thank you, DK. That is a fair thing to actually offer criticism of and call out. Like you, Smeth, you have very, very hostile pattern of behavior with people.
I am aggressive. I'm aggressive, but only face to face. And I'm not. The only thing that I said about I have
not
all these
face to face.
I have all these things
too.
I said the only thing I've said about you on my stream or like in your chat. We have the control, but I was addressing the thing you said. I don't think that that's bullying. Like you can come in my chat and talk shit about me. I don't fucking care because you're in my fucking chat. You're even contributing to my fucking growth by being in my chat. But I don't talk. The only thing that I said about you on my stream when you weren't there, is that you scare me. Because you freak me out. When we're talking, you make me fucking freak out. And I also said that she should consider that a compliment because that's like the point. I understand what you're doing and like I think you're good at it. So I think you should take that as a compliment. I think that by my definition, you are a professional bully, and I think that's fine. I mean, it's fine for you. I mean, I don't like it.
I mean, there are definitely moments I've engaged in bullying, which I've been okay with. But you've not pointed to those examples. Like I can definitely point you to specific examples of me engaging in bullying. But if you're going to call me a bully in general and say that I'm doing bullying, you should at least clearly call out the points where I'm actually bullying somebody.
All right. Well, I thought I did. So
I think your definition of bullying, here's the thing. I think you can read off the definition of bullying, but I think when you actually apply it to people, you stretch that definition so wide so you can shoehorn any kind of critique insult or pushback.
Every time I give you a definition, you take that definition, you turn it into pizza dough, and you keep stretching it. But the definition I'm saying,
I'm sorry, you're literally just copying what I said here. So I accused you. So I said that you can read off a definition, and that's one thing. But when you actually apply that definition to somebody, you stretch it wide to shoehorn anything you can into it, anything you don't like.
And you said that, and then I disagreed with it, and then you said it again, and I'm still going to disagree with it.
No, then you echoed it back to me and said I do the same thing. Yeah, you did a shit
and then I was going to substantiate my claim, but then you interrupted me to restate the thing again, just try to interrupt me from being able to actually say anything, because this is what you fucking do, and it's so fucking mind-numbing.
Go ahead. For the first time ever, substantiate one of your claims.
Well, it's gonna be a little bit harder now that you fucking interrupted me. Fucking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Did I?
Yes.
Damage your focus?
You did damage my focus.
You're such a sensitive boy.
No, I'm distracted. The thing that I said earlier was that the thing that you do that I don't do, is you will make all your criticisms you turn into a personal a personal claim about someone to
substantiate that's not true.
To lower their character. Okay, maybe not every time, but a lot of the time, all the times that I consider bullying. The times that you don't do that, I don't consider bullying. So
point out the times you're right.
You don't do that. So when you okay, I'm just gonna say when you take a critical engagement and you turn it into a personal attack, you bring other events into the thing, and you say, well, actually, you're a shitty person because you've done this, and you're a shitty person, you've done this, and that means you're not allowed to say any of this. That's bullying.
No, it's not that they're not allowed to say it.
I think that's
that I
bullying.
will call them on their shit. That is not bullying.
I think that's bullying. Well, we disagree.
Well, then your definition of bullying is overly broad, and you're stretching.
It's not broad. It's specific. It's not broad. Shoehorn in things that you don't like. It's not broad. You just disagree with it. Just because you disagree, it doesn't mean it's broad.
All right. So, okay. Words mean nothing. I get it, Smith. Everything's a social construct.
I mean, broad seems to mean nothing to you. So,
Smith, do you want to see some real bullying?
Well, you want to bully me?
Because I'm interested in doing a new content arc.
So you're gonna go harder.
I mean, if you want, I can show you some real bullying.
So are you threatening to bully me? Because you threatened me earlier, and that's another example of something I would consider bullying. You've already been doing it. So now that you're getting pushback, you're threatening me even more.
I said if you keep talking over me and getting hostile.
Well, you talk over me a lot more than I talk over you.
No, you talk over me just as much. I think we're pretty even on that one.
Okay.
Why is it that I trigger you, Smith? Why is it that I'm the one who triggers you?
Because you're a bully.
Maybe it's because I'm trans. Is that why? Because you didn't transition? Because I know your dad kind of like beat out of you transitioning, right? Beat you into being a boy. Isn't that true?
Lie. So lying about people?
That's basically what you stated, right? Didn't he like?
No,
didn't
I did
he,
not. I did not
force
state
you
this.
to continue being a boy, and then you coped with it by saying that you're AGP, but you won't transition? Made a
All
whole
of this is
video
lies.
about it being a kink of yours.
So this is all lies. So this is your example.
I don't know, man. I just watched your
trying.
video.
You're trying. So yeah, but you lied about all of that. So you're trying to give an example of what real bullying looks like because you're bringing lies. Just because something is so the thing that you usually do.
It's not about lies.
Maybe you're not
your words.
No, those are not my words. So you're lying. So if you actually think that's not lying, then
okay, maybe your father didn't.
You're
beat
absolutely
you into
a liar.
But apparently your father would not allow you to transition. Right?
That's not true.
Basically
That's
pulled
not
a
true.
Mr. Girl that Mr. Girl did with Shaylin, right? He did that with you.
And
you made a whole video coping hard about it.
Look, let's Smeth just clarify it because this is getting
so I think
spicy.
I think that I've proven. No, I'm not really interested in talking about that. Everything she said was a lie. It's based on something I said, and she turned it into another story. She made a new story out of it. I think that it's clear that I'm correct that Zonia is a bully. And when I push her, she threatened earlier on in the conversation to like go harder on me and try to bully me. And when I pushed her, now she like becomes more aggressive. She's like, I'm actually going to bully you more explicitly. But the whole time she was bullying me, and that's what she does. It's what you're
the whole
like,
time I was bullying you. Really?
You are good at having actual good conversations. It's just that like, I don't think that you're just a bully. And when I say that, like I shouldn't say that. I don't think that you're just a bully, but I do think you bully a lot.
Smith, if you're going to falsely accuse me of being a general bully, which you were doing earlier, now you're kind of walking that back.
Yeah, I did walk it back, so you're ignoring that, I guess, to bully me.
No, I'm acknowledging it right now.
Okay, well, thank you.
But yeah, I'm kind of showing you that there is something else that I can do, that, you know, I can for no good reason go after your character and go after your personality and things that you've done in your life, things that I probably don't have enough insight into to actually make a real judgment call
but
on.
I'm not doing those with you.
Spin them in a way that makes you look bad and makes you look like a piece of shit, or makes you look abused, or makes you look vulnerable.
Right, but I'm not doing that to you.
I can absolutely do some real bullying,
but I'm not doing that to you.
It doesn't matter. I'm making a point.
Okay, so the point is what I would define what you just did as lying. And I don't think that just because something is a lie, I think you can bully with facts.
It was an unprovoked attack on your character that had nothing to do with this conversation, that had nothing to do with anything you stated politically or any political claims you made or claims you've made about other people.
Sure.
We're in a space of
I don't think that discredits just
Hold on. We're in a space of commentary and critique. And then some of us, like Chud and I, also cross over a bit into drama commentary. If you're going to be a public figure in this space and you're going to make claims about other people and get into attack mode with them, you open yourself up to being critiqued by us, and maybe us inserting a few slightly more personal blows as well in response to your personal blows. Us doing that is just sort of the nature of the game in this space. If you don't like that, don't get on a platform with your face on a camera and make claims about other people, especially not personal attacks lumped in with those claims. Otherwise, you open yourself up for the exact same thing coming right back at you, which includes also critiques of your behavior and things you've done and demonstration of patterns and where you're hypocritical in your attacks on other people.
Okay, so here's what I have to say. I'm interested in talking about bullying, and no bully's going to be able, just because that's the way things are, no bully's going to be able to stop me. So just because your sensitive little fragile brain explodes when I start talking about bullying and you can't handle
doing
it.
The no you shit again.
No, I mean,
Smith,
that's literally all you do.
You're the soyest person in this fucking space.
Okay, yes, I am. And just because I'm so soy and I talk about bullying, it makes you freak out.
Going to be from way down here, point up to people and say, you're fragile. How are you going to do that?
I'm saying you're telling me that you're unable to handle me talking, because I'm able to handle being in the space. You're telling me I can't handle it. I can. I'm just going to talk about bullying. And so just because you can't handle that, well, maybe you should just fucking grow up. Like, deal with it. I'm going to talk about bullying.
So you don't like, yeah, sure. That's great. I think it's Go do that. Make money off of it. I hope you make a bunch of money off of it. That's amazing. I love it. I love it for you. What is your okay? So what do you care about then? Like, what is the whole point of this?
We're all bullying each other in this space. I'm bullying you too in this conversation. But I mean, it's back and forth.
You're not
so
bullying
it's fine.
me in this
it's fine.
conversation.
But
really,
I mean, if you weren't here and I said the things I've said about you, that would be bullying.
Okay? First of all, you haven't bullied me in this conversation, as far as I can tell. I opted into a conversation with you that I knew was going to be heated. I've been as antagonistic with you as you've been with me. None of that is bullying. That's us actually fighting.
When I think that when I characterize you as just a bully, I think me in front of an audience calling you just a bully is like I'm saying something wrong about you and I'm defaming you and two people now like that are going to be viewers, and I think that that's wrong.
I think the tone has been set for the conversation, so I don't think that's bullying. I think that's us coming to blows. We're fighting. Where it turned to bullying is where I went and took parts out of your personal life and twisted them and attacked you for it, and then made allegations about you and how it is that you treat me based on them. Yeah, that was the bullying.
Like I'm saying, I think you can bully people with facts. I think you do the same thing, but you're right about facts. But like, just because someone's a hypocrite or someone in one context they say something else, I just don't think that that's appropriate as a way to defame somebody. I would rather people just address the actual things people are saying than to just try to destroy everybody's character all the time and bring everybody down and drag everybody into the mud.
Well, yeah, attack the ideas, not the person, is a general rule that I think is a good policy. But there's sort of a tipping point with people where a certain person will continuously demonstrate a hostile character and bad faith, and you're kind of left without options, because you could just keep critiquing the same things over and over and over again, or you could finally say, hey, this person's pattern of behavior shows that this person is a bad faith piece of shit who just wants to shit on other people and try to look good while doing it. That is a valid critique once they've demonstrated a certain type of character over a lengthy period of time. That is something that I have done with Katie and something that I have done with Lav, and I've done it with other people in this space as well.
Okay, but there's the thing. Like earlier, you're suggesting that Katie doesn't believe what she's saying, but like I don't agree with Katie's takes about race, but I think she believes them.
I never said she doesn't believe what she's saying. I think she believes what she's saying.
Okay, well, look, in that tweet, wasn't that the implication?
No.
You literally blamed your viewers for cutting off all your hair on your stream. That's not getting a haircut. That's just mental illness.
I didn't say that she doesn't believe what she's doing there. I think after the fact, she's coping hard and she's trying to spin a narrative. But
coping implies that she's got a different intention or she's got a different belief than what she's actually
not necessarily
expressing.
People will cope trying to convince themselves that they've done something for a certain reason, right? That's part of the whole point of coping. A coping mechanism is about soothing yourself and making yourself feel better about something.
You can't convince me that this just continue. So
Chud makes a
dig, and then you continue making more and more digs. It's just like you made like a worse dig, ramping it up.
I don't know about ramping it. Well, maybe it could be a little bit of an escalation, but I called her on her shit. So, but to be fair to what you stated earlier, I thought you meant like in general. I think that like Katie, like with doesn't believe the shit that she says. I don't think that's true. I think she believes a lot of the stuff that she says. When it comes to her actual cutting her hair, I think she was coping pretty hard there in what she was stating, both in her video and in her tweet. Whether or not she genuinely believes what she's saying there, I don't know. I can't read her mind, but it definitely seems like hardcore cope to me.
So yeah, but cope implies you think that she believes something, like
not necessarily. Because like I said, coping mechanisms, people come up with coping mechanisms in order to make themselves feel better about something or convince themselves that something happened for a certain reason. Like people who get raped will come up with have coping mechanisms about it. Sorry,
so
I should have
internally,
said grape. They will have coping mechanisms where they convince themselves that they actually wanted that sexual engagement. And then years later, they'll figure out, oh shit, that wasn't what I wanted. That I was coping over that whole thing. Coping mechanisms don't necessarily mean that you consciously believe the thing that you're telling people when you're coping.
Yeah, but you're telling her she unconsciously believes something else.
We don't really know.
Well, that's when you say coping. That's what you're saying when you say coping, as you just defined it and laid out.
It means that the story
She's
that she's telling us
unconsciously
doesn't add
believes
up.
something else.
It means that the story that she's telling us doesn't add up to what she actually told her audience while she was doing it, and that there's something in her delivery there that is an element of coping, either convincing other people to either to convince other people to save face, or trying to convince herself to make herself feel better about it.
Yeah, so either she's lying to her audience or lying to herself. She's either lying to her audience or lying to herself. That's the claim you're making.
Yeah.
And so you are saying that she is like, she's literally doesn't believe what she's saying.
No, I'm saying
you can try to make it sound like you're not saying that.
To somebody else. Chud wants to get paid for this content.
Yeah.
Pay him, guys. What the fuck? You're going to freeload off this shit?
It's fine. It's always give us a bit, so I was just thanking them.
Okay.
So where are we exactly? Yeah. So who's bullying who now?
I don't know. I think we've run out of steam. I think this was healthy for us. I think we've been ramping up for this clash, Zonia, and I think that we've had it. I think that we've let off some steam. I mean, I have.
Are you still scared of Zonia?
I hope not.
I'm not. I said on one of my when I said I'm not afraid to talk to you one-on-one, but with Chud in the Chud stream, it's a little bit more scary. It's like this is a more combative place, you know. But,
they're also going to be more on my side than your side, historically speaking.
Well, yeah,
which I
probably
that's going to be a little.
But
scary.
I don't think like I'm talking like I don't think you're scary like one-on-one normally, but oh my god, I'm so scared to go on panels with you because you really fucking like trigger the fuck out of me.
Let me say this: when I was talking to you about, I'm going to say this, I meant the stuff that I was saying to you when I felt like you were coping, and I was trying to tell you, stop giving a shit about what other people think about you. That includes Chud logic. Stop giving a shit about it. You feeling the need to have to go and sort of like justify what your content is on Twitter with a lengthy rant it looks bad, and you need to start being more confident. Own your shit. Stop giving a shit what their opinions are, and charge forward with what you're doing. And the more that you kind of grasp that autonomy, the more you're going to find yourself both being happy with your work as well as probably being more successful. I
agree, but also I think that engaging with criticism that people give you, even if they're like saying like shitty things about you, engaging with it is part of like growth, even if it's shitty. And so like if you're small, a good fucking practice it'd be respond to every fucking YouTube comment. But like there's so many fucking YouTube comments they're gonna fucking drive you crazy. So like it's a double-edged sword. Like but part of growth is engaging with that. Once you get big enough, you don't have to. And I could just be a hobbyist and ignore it. But like I feel like that I you know, as you know, by Chud's fucking definition, but I think that you fucking have to do that kind of shit. So to some extent.
Well, actually, that's a good question. Actually, maybe we should just broaden out a bit. I'm sure we've all got a bit of time here. Zonia, do you think
I kind of gotta go.
What are these?
He's running from the call again. This fucking coward.
What else do you fucking want from me? We had the conversation.
Well, no, I want to know what Zonia. You know, Zonia, do you think Smeth's a hobbyist?
I think he doesn't see his work as a hobby kind of thing. When I see his work, it looks like he's putting a lot of passion and effort into it. So it seems like more than a hobby to me, in my personal opinion. Because he's just like, at least with the autogynephilia video, there was a lot of effort put into that. And that seems to me like something it's a passion project that probably he wants to take in a professional direction.
Okay. What do you think of that, Smith?
I appreciate that. Now I'm in love with Zonia.
Okay.
Till next time.
Right. I'm desperately trying to buy for time because President Sunday wants to come on and talk to you, Smith.
I don't fucking want to talk to President Sunday. I told you. I'm in chill mode. I've already had enough like brain aneurysms going on in my like.
You can't talk about brain aneurysms when you got me on here. Okay?
I mean, I already stooped to that level a second ago. You know. So.
Oh wait, I forgot. You did do that. You did bully me, you motherfucker.
I really did.
Okay, I take it back. You did actually bully me for a moment there.
Yeah, I did.
Good job, Smith. I approve. I see this as an evolution of your character in this space, Smith, and I hope to see more of it.
Well, President Sunday says he's trying to sort a computer problem out.
I will talk to President. Oh fucking god! I just want to fucking go back to to hanging out with my girlfriend. We want to like, we have a fire pit. We want to make s'mores and shit.
Okay, I'll tell you what. What if I set up a conversational present Sunday for another day? Would that suit you?
Okay, maybe like, how fast do you want this to be? Do you want this to be like soon?
Well, what works for you? How long do you need a break before the next one?
The 7th would be good. The 7th would be good.
Okay, sure.
Okay, that's perfect.
That's
okay,
fine.
at the 7th, I
go.
can do a fucking shit ton. If you have another fucking stream to fucking string me on after that, someone else has to fucking take a fucking bite of my fucking Smeth meat. You can have another fucking whatever. But like, at that point, I'll be free to do anything. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Anything else,
All
Zonia?
right. Nope. I'm probably just gonna get ready here. I may as well just start my stream early. So I'll probably be on stream myself pretty soon here. Thanks for hosting this, Chud.
Pleasure.
I appreciate it. Thank you for engaging with me, Smeth.
You're welcome.
You all have a good day.
All right. Bye.
Thanks. Catch you there. Bye-bye.
Okay. Well, there was a sweet ending to that. I don't know if that's what you fuckers wanted. Why don't you go snort some crystal Smeth? Because I gotta go. All right. See you guys later. See you guys next time.